Hi beautiful souls, welcome back to the channel, Beautiful Awakening with Shantia. Welcome to another pick a card reading with me. If you're new to this channel is dedicated to your transformation, your alignment, as well as your healing. I'm here to make spirituality fun and accessible for you. Please remember to take what resonates and leave what does not resonate, because you are the creator, co-creator of your reality. You're the one who gets to decide, using your free will, the life that you want to create for yourself. Okay, so in this pick a card reading, we're going to be looking at we're going to be assessing where you're currently at in your ascension process. So where are you at in your ascension process, and whatever guidance the guides have for you in this ascending process of life. And there's just so much that goes with it. You know, more and more I'm learning it's the simple things. It's the simple things. I know when we dive into spirituality, we're like, oh, the soul, the essence, and then tapping into the frequency, and it gets very I don't know, there's a colorful language for it, and it's very vast. Yet at the same time, it's the simple things. We're here in our body. We have to eat. We have to sleep. We have to connect with people. We have to, I don't know, do something, create things. We're all creators. We're all artists of life. So I'm really curious to see where you're currently at in your ascension process. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. Please feel free to check out any of the other content on my channel. I have a series called The Wake Up Call that I really enjoy doing, where I talk about topics that are connected to the awakening process, just things to be aware of in our experiences, aware of how we can be better as humans. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check it out. I also have another channel called Shantia's New Chapter, where I share tips on how I've learned how to cultivate more confidence, believe in myself, all those like personal goals that I've created for myself. So if you're interested in checking any of that out, look down below. All the links are there. Okay. Again, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. If I didn't say that the first time, sometimes I find myself talking in a circle and I'm like, did I say that? So we're going to have 3 piles to choose from today, and I just want you guys also to be aware I will be showing you the perspective using my phone as well. Hopefully it goes okay. We kind of have a lot of cards, but I think it'll be fine. We'll figure it out on the way. And as usual, I always pull energies first, meditate with the crystal, unveil the oracle cards, and then pull some tarot. Let's go ahead and get started and move on to the point where you get to pick and choose your group. Hi beautiful souls, welcome to the point where you get to pick and choose your group. So let me go ahead and introduce the groups to you. We have group number 1 with the pink gate here. We have group number 2 with the green onyx. And we have group number 3 with the smoky quartz here. Let's go ahead and start our meditation. Here's your singing bowl. Hi group number 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose this lovely pink gate, then this is going to be the reading for you. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get started and look into where you're at currently in your ascension process here. Okay, guys, dial me into the energies of group number 1, please. Okay. Well, again, sacred geometry coming through for you. So I was getting like a pyramid or a triangle, and this triangle felt quite independent. I feel like it was moving to like I was getting like multiple triangles behind it. So it's like you're moving in rhythm with the universe. You're learning how to go with the flow of life. But I was also getting this energy of being a lot more self-sufficient, because it just reminded me of like a pyramid in the middle of the desert. So it's like making use of the very little resources that you have. You're in a space where you're learning how to, it's not even like about literally making use of resources. It's about understanding that you are the resource. You're resourceful. You're resourceful, and resources come to you through you accessing parts of yourself, unlocking parts of yourself. So it's like, if you want to unlock abundance, you have to unlock abundance within you. If you want to unlock happiness, you have to unlock happiness within you. If you want to unlock leadership, you have to unlock, like there's levels to you. So that's what I'm being taken to. It's like a video game where there's like levels, and once you complete level 1, you go to level 2, and then level 3, you're essentially that. And I know we talk a lot about the divine matrix and overcoming things. I guess I'm referring to that because I think sometimes people do think that you do have to take action in this world, but we don't realize that we are the source for which we get to tap into a lot of these energies and just have access to that knowledge if we desire to do so. Is it okay? Okay. So I think you're realizing how resourceful you are, and it felt like a small pyramid. So I feel like maybe you're in the beginning phase of learning how to trust yourself more, trust your decision-making process more, trust that you can figure it out. And I think that's just a part of life. We go out there and we think, we get a little bit insecure and we're like, what do I do? But you realize that everyone is just figuring it out. Your parents, your grandma, everyone's just figuring it out. And we're all trying to stumble through this experience we called life, which is great. All right, so let me go ahead and meditate with the crystal. I was seeing, oh my gosh, that's so funny. I was seeing Dorothy's shoes. So like, Wizard of Oz, the red slippers, if she just clicks them twice, then she'll find herself going home or returning home. So you're essentially realizing you have the power to, you are home for yourself. Wherever you go, you take yourself with you. So you're understanding that I am home for myself. And perhaps before there was maybe a dependency or even a powerlessness to think that other people had the answer for your life. And you're realizing I have the power. I have the red shoes. I'm Dorothy. I can go home. I can do whatever. I was, talking to the Lion, the Tin Man, the Wizard, and it turns out none of them have the answers for how I can go home. Even though, is it Berta? I don't know. The Good Witch. Anyways, is it Glenda? Okay, I don't know. Someone has corrected me before on it, and I'm like, it's been a long time. I was obsessed with the Wizard of Oz growing up, and I haven't seen it in like a decade. It's been a long time. More than that probably. But you have the glass slippers. It's not only that, I'm also getting this sense of like, if you have desires to adventure out or to go or to travel, maybe part of you feared this and didn't see yourself being able to do this. Like, oh, little me traveling the world, little me going and doing these adventures. Yeah, you. And I think it's so important for you to just set that clear intention. If you want to go somewhere, you can go somewhere. And if you have done it before, that's great. But I think you're unlocking new levels where you're realizing I have more access to freely live my life. Wow, that's crazy. I can do it. I can maybe set a very clear intention, click my heels, talk to my guides, pray about it, meditate, script a little bit. And lo and behold, I can manifest more of my desires. So I'm getting a lot of like physical reality for you guys. A lot of you are unlocking parts in yourself and you're tapping into the being able to manifest more of the physical reality that you've desired to create for yourself, like magic. Magic. Okay, so let's see. I mean, I love the pink agate. It's very much a creative, high vibrational crystal. So I was really like happy when my this is the one that wanted to get chosen and selected, because I was just like, ooh, I wonder what energy wants to come through for this group. Yeah, I'm kind of getting this, the umbilical cord reference. I think I might have talked about this before. But like, you're understanding that you have like an umbilical cord connected to source. So we all have like an umbilical cord connected to source. And we all feel like, oh, once we're adults, we're alone. we feel isolated, alone in our depression, alone. But all the while, you're always surrounded, you're always connected to source, and you're understanding how to create that establish that connection, make it more concrete, feel into it, right? It's a very much an intuitive connection. So you're learning how to make use of that connection to source. You're like, wow, I have connection to source. And that's why I always tell people, it's not about things are bigger than you, right? They're always like, oh my gosh, it's bigger than me. It's no, you're source. You're part of source. You're just an expression of it. That's why there's so many like things we can do that we're capable of. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing like a triangle, or I'm seeing like birds flocking, like flying in a direction. So I feel like you're finding your path, or you're finding your direction, or you're finding your purpose, you're finding what direction you want to go in life. And you're feeling a lot more solid about like, this is where I want to go. I want to go in this direction. I want to do this. I feel called to this. Yeah, so it's giving me this energy of like birds migrating during certain seasons, right? They migrate. But I feel like you're also finding your flock. I'm also getting that energy as well, you know, whether it's online or in person. What I was realizing, I was watching something the other day and I was like, I've never noticed these videos on YouTube, you know, where people are talking about like all these like guides and they're talking about channeling, like it's just another day. And I'm like, none of these videos have ever popped up on my feed. Of course, you know, YouTube, the algorithm is understanding that I'm interested in this content, but I watched these videos and I'm like, what the heck? Why have I never seen these videos? And that's, even though we talk about the algorithm, there's more to it, right? There is magic to it. We all have seen those videos that have popped up on our feed and we're like, how did that pop on my feed? Like, that's exactly the video I needed to watch right now. It's exactly connected to what's going on in my life. And I'm like, there's a million spiritual videos out there, but it's just amazing sometimes when you get connected to that one video and you start listening to it and you're like, I needed to hear that. Like, I needed to hear that. So I think that's what's showing up in your reality, because you're shifting your reality, or the dynamic of your reality, more of what you relate to, more of what you feel connected to, more of what's helping you to ascend is what's showing up in your reality. It could even be someone just saying something and you're like, huh, you know, this person could not even be into spirituality, but they say something and it connects you to source again. So that's what I'm getting. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull your oracle cards. Speaking of resources, they got tools. Yeah. Oh, look at the travel. That's funny. Yeah, channeling is so fun. Yep. Tell us more. Okay, I'm gonna have to layer this one over just because we're running out of space somewhat here. I can't really. Oh, that creates a glare. We don't want that. We do not want a glare. Okay, group number 1, let's go ahead and look at your cards. So immediately they're talking about resources here with the tools card. Let me just set this elsewhere. Yeah, they're talking about resources, practical abilities, resources. You have what it takes. You're realizing you are resourceful. You're realizing you're resourceful. You're realizing that resource is just it's a frequency. You know, any kind of resource that you need, create it in your imagination first. Or, you know, I always talk about create it in your inner reality, but you can just go watch a video on it. You can go on Pinterest. If you're really curious to know, like, what are your resources in life, you have to go research it. So it's just like research it, get more. That's what my knowledge becomes power, because when you inform yourself, now you're like, oh, actually, I can do this. Oh, you can just get a certification for that. Oh, getting a business license, you only requires step 1, 2, 3, and that's it. So you're very much realizing that you're resourceful. You can figure it out. So this is also about embracing the masculine energy. It's always interesting because we have your 1 Capricorn. And I kind of associate Capricorn with masculine energy, even though all the earth signs and all the water signs are considered feminine, not Capricorn. But there's an aspect to Capricorn where it is very much like get it done, right? Get it done. I really like Capricorn because it's about achieving goals. Like it's the height of materiality. So you're learning how to make peace with being in this world and understanding you got to manifest. You really do. And you're learning how to manifest more of what you want and what you want to create. for sure. It looks like you're in a place right now where you're creating a new beginning for your life. So this is your ascension energetically. You're in a new beginning. And I feel like this new beginning is the part that helped you was this flute energy, disappointment in a friend or lover. So whether this is a connection or people, or this is you had a dream or you had a desire for something to work out a certain way and it just didn't pan out. I think you've learned how to release that. You've learned how to release that energy, and you're more focused on what can I create now moving forward. And most certainly this is what source wants you to focus on. Yeah, this is kind of giving me, the flute energy is giving me that 5 of Cups energy where we just kind of feel sorry for ourselves. We're looking at the things that go wrong in our lives and we're just like, why? When there's so much that can go right. And I think you're learning how to most definitely shift your perception on certain situations and understand there is wisdom, there is value. I was watching, I think it was Cole Sprout's talk on the Diary of the CEO. I would highly encourage you to watch it. It was so good. I haven't even finished it. I think I watched maybe like 40 minutes of it. But he was talking about how there's there's trauma. There's wisdom to experiencing trauma. And absolutely, those of us who have experienced trauma, the most traumatized people, some of the most traumatized people are the most wise people. It depends on what you make of it. You don't have to be super traumatized to gain wisdom out of that experience. And I definitely would encourage you to find trauma to gain wisdom. But I think you're learning how to make wisdom of those experiences. Yeah, and I guess I was channeling this. Child wounded awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children. Opens the learning path of forgiveness. So you're... I didn't even pay attention to that. But that childhood trauma, those wounds that you've experienced in life, you're learning how to make the most of those situations. You're learning that there was wisdom, there was something to gain from it, as opposed to blaming dysfunctional relationships or childhood wounds. I think a lot of us, our trauma stems from people, right? And people who don't know, they don't like themselves, really, who don't like themselves, don't sit with themselves. And so it teaches us, how do we love ourselves? It helps to push us to go on that journey of self-discovery. And you've learned how to make use of those childhood wounds that you have experienced. And the guides most definitely want you to acknowledge this. I feel like you guys have done so much work because we have here Child Divine. Innocence, purity, and redemption suggests a special connection with the divine. So because, by allowing yourself to be forgiving and to release those feelings, those emotions, and the things that you've struggled with, it allows you to lighten your load and lighten your energy and brighten your energy. And I feel like you are becoming a light. Again, those wounds those karmic situations are not for nothing. They're there to teach you some kind of wisdom. Gain it and then transcend it. Don't stay stuck in those dysfunctional patterns. Move on here. And sometimes we resist forgiveness and we're like, oh, I just want to be mad. But does that feel good in your body? Does it feel good in your soul? It doesn't. So we also have here, really cool, angelic frequency. Angels are here. Your safe, potent connection. Again, I was getting that pyramid in the middle of the desert. I feel like, the pyramids to me are very much representative of getting energy from source, right? The point of the triangle is about like getting energy from source. Your mind accesses it, that crown chakra, and then, your third eye chakra knows how to kind of decipher it intuitively and just kind of pick through that energetically. And then, anyways, you download it through all of your chakras into your body and you learn how to embody it in your physical reality. But you guys are tapping into a very high frequency. Again, that's why I got excited when I got the crystal. Didn't look at the cards, but the crystal, I knew. I'm like, you guys are on your way to really knowing how to sustain that high frequency. So I feel like there's so much that the universe wants to open. Like, there's so many doors that want to open up to you. But just know that the universe is here to give us guidance. We have to take the action steps in order to physically create it in this reality. Wishing it to come into reality isn't enough. It's not enough. But you have a very potent connection. Angels, your guides, your spirit team are very much here supporting you. And I feel like you know that. With this baby here, it's like, so innocent, so pure. I feel like a lot of you are just so pure souls, and you're understanding this. All of us are, but not a lot of us know this. Like, not a lot of us can feel it, can feel that we are all pure souls here with the intent to just want to create good energy in this world. Yes. I feel like you're most definitely accessing more creativity here with the sensuality, your freedom flowing from far away. I dance, I love, I laugh, I play. You guys are most definitely tapping into that energy with this child wounded and child divine of enjoying life. Perhaps it's just been so hard and you guys are going through a Benjamin Button where you're aging backwards. This is the awakening process. You know, if you think that we're supposed to go through life struggling and like aging and hating life, it's the opposite. It's like you have to become more aware and like release and let go and let go. Like the universe is asking you to release control, release control, release control, release control. The more you are allowed to do that, you see that you're a child of the divine. You know, the universe is here to take care of you. It's here to support you. It's here to guide you in with everything that you want to create. So you guys very much have so much potent, sensual, creative energy that wants to come through you. That's the sacral chakra energy, very much activated. And there are so many creative projects I feel like you're being called to activate right now with this cardinal new beginnings, rapid growth. Yeah, it says rapid growth. So I feel like things are going to start moving at a quicker pace. And why are things moving at a quicker pace beyond the astrological energy that's moving around us here? There's also your frequency. Your frequency is like moving quicker, faster. I think the higher frequencies move quicker. Mistake me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the low frequencies are like a little bit slow, dull, heavy. High frequency is floaty, flighty. It's not flighty, but floaty, high, piercing, loud. Like it's up there. So I'm getting like energetically, you guys most definitely are ascending. You're also finding what you want to do. You're finding what you feel connected to. But before we get into that, let's talk about the Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. We also have the gift of dance, Aura Chakra 31. Okay, so your aura is becoming beautiful. If you guys weren't aware of this, it most definitely is. And the way that you're accessing this aura is you're releasing that heavy energy and you're listening to that creative energy. The creative energy is what Source is giving to us all the time. They're always giving us guidance for how we can create abundance in our life, how we can create happiness in our lives. They're like, start making things, start doing things, start being an artist of your life, start painting this blank canvas of life. But you guys have gifts that you're being called to share. Gifts that you're being called to share. There's so much energy. Waves of inspiration are coming to you. Waves of inspiration. And if they haven't already, they probably have been coming to you by now, but they're telling you it's going to keep coming. And what I love with this experiencing grace energy is that it's going to feel so peaceful, right? It's going to feel so positive, so peaceful, and you're going to feel like dancing, okay? With the gift of dance. The gift of dance, they say in order to balance all your chakras, dancing is actually a really great way to balance all your chakras. And if you feel like dancing, that's a huge clue that your energy is on the up and up, okay? It's on the up and up. It's moving. It's activated as well. Yeah. There's a lot of magnetism as well around this group. There's a lot of like feminine magnetism I'm getting for you guys where, you know, you're attracting opportunities, people, and things to you, most definitely. And we also have here Advocate, inspires you to put compassion into action. So usually when most of us have done so much healing, we do feel called to help people heal as well. So I feel like you're feeling like I want to give to this world in some way, whether it's through my art or through advice. You're finding a way to share your gifts, to advocate or to share your compassion or be compassionate for yourself, because you've learned through the child wounded, how do I cultivate compassion for myself? Well, now that I've learned how to cultivate more compassion for myself, how do I offer this experience to other people? You can't give people what you don't have. And I feel like most definitely a lot of you are tapping into so much love and compassion for yourself. And it's just around you, okay? And then again, the travel energy, I was definitely feeling that here. So some of you are being called to travel, go somewhere, whether it's for vacation or for permanently like leaving, going elsewhere. We're talking about Ascension, but this is the practicality I'm getting. A lot of you are realizing like, wherever I go, I'm going to be at home because I'm taking myself with me. So honestly, this world is my oyster. What can I do? Where do I want to go? Who do I want to be? And that's what you're having access to. Okay, so let me go ahead and that was a lot of cards, a lot of energy for sure, but very beautiful. It ties in so beautifully, all of it together. Okay, guys, what would you like to let this group know? about their ascension process, where they're at in their ascension. Seven of Swords. We have, yeah, Queen of Wands. Wow, you guys are the high vibe. This is the high vibe group. This is the high vibe group. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Okay, let's just clarify this Seven of Swords. You know what's interesting? The Seven of Swords have been popping up a lot in my readings, but it's not quite meaning, you know how sometimes it can mean deceit? It's not meaning that. It's meaning breaking free of like the matrix. So the matrix is a mental construct, right? We grow in it, we grow up in it, we're taught the matrix. Your true self, your true self always knows it's a lie. But then you create a total mental construct that blocks you from understanding how abundance flows into this world, or how energy works, so that everything is like energy and everything is frequency. And most definitely, this group, you guys are ascending high. Hi. I mean, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have here these Six of Wands. So by realizing how to be true to yourself, how to release the overthinking, the mental process of thoughts just moving around and around, creating this mental construct of what you think, what we're taught that the world is, but it isn't. By releasing that, you then have access to all of this energy here, and you are just glowing. We got Queen of Wands, we have the Six of Wands. You are glowing so much that other people are noticing you're glowing. What was I saying? Very magnetic. Queen of Wands, super magnetic, very attractive. You know, whether this is physically feeling a lot more confident in your body, but I think just magnetic and attractive in general. So that's what you're tapping into. And you're actually at the point where you're pulling in a lot of energy towards you. Like you're being seen in the spotlight. Both of these cards are about being seen in the spotlight. So I think a lot of you feel called to, again, share your gifts, right? Dance, be very attractive, alluring to other people. And this is what you're being called to use right now. This is what wants to be activated in your energy. You're feeling a lot more confident. You know, this is kind of like repetitive words, but you're feeling a lot more confident about your path, what you're here to do, what you want to do. I think you're setting goals for yourself. You're setting goals. You're designing like, I'm going to create this, I'm going to do this. A lot of creativity for this group as well. Very, very, very creative ideas for days. A lot of passion that's driving you as well. You know, if you're like, gosh, I just have so much passion, so much drive right now, this is the time to really activate that energy and put it to use here. Okay. Anything else you want to let this group know? We have here the Six of Pentacles. Clarify the Six of Pentacles, please. Okay, let's clarify the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so the universe most definitely wants you to know. I mean, again, we're going to that one Capricorn resources here. Remember when I said you unlock that abundance within you, the abundance will come towards you. So I feel like you guys are most definitely the Knight of Pentacles here. You're in this place where you're understanding you have skills, you have gifts, you have things that you can do. You're resourceful here as a Knight of Pentacles. My Knight of Pentacles is my college graduate. He's acquired the skills. He's acquired the information. Now it's a matter of him growing his business. It's a matter of him growing his potential here. And with the Six of Pentacles, most definitely the universe is aligning you with opportunities that are going to be showing you like what to do, what to create. The universe is going to be very generous with you just because you're learning how to be generous with yourself. You're unlocking this within yourself here. So a lot of you are most definitely advancing when it comes to somehow putting your skills, your creativity to use. I feel like this is something that you're genuinely passionate about. This is not just something you're doing to pay the bills, because your energy is so magnetic. And honestly, the most magnetic way to fulfill an abundant desire is to do the thing that you love, to do something that you have a lot of passion towards, to be passionate about being passionate, and to release the outcome. That's the most magnetic way to attract opportunities to you. You'll hear a lot of people say, well, I didn't do it for money. I did it for this, yada, yada, yada. That's because they transcended this feeling of attaching themselves to money. Not to say that they didn't worry about it, but they release the focus, the attention, the attachment to worrying about money. And they focus on how can I be resourceful, right? So you're understanding that you have value. That's a huge way for people to understand how to make or attract money is I hold value. I have a lot of value. And to me with the Six of Pentacles, I feel like you guys have a lot of value to offer to the world here. Yeah. You got Ace of Cups. Okay, that just flew on out. flew on out. Okay, tell us more about the Ace of Cups. Yeah, so you guys are definitely in the place where you're creating a new beginning. You're feeling inspired, but also jubilant and excited. You're most definitely leading your pathway. With this cardinal energy, that baby, you're leading your pathway. So don't mistake this. People aren't telling you what to do. You're deciding for yourself. And I think that's the pattern that people get stuck in, is they're wanting answers. Source will give you a lot of those answers. It'll give you a lot of that guidance, but you're the one who's driving. You're driving, right? You're driving. I think Source really is the passenger, whatever, or maybe Source is the car. I don't know what you want to refer to, but without you hitting the gas and igniting the ignition, nothing's going to take off. And for sure, you're realizing that. Okay, so we have Ace of Cups and Justice card. Tell us more. I feel like there's some sacred contracts that are coming into your life. You know, sacred contracts is just people who are meant to be on our path here. With this Justice and Ace of Cups, that's what it's giving me. It's like sacred contracts. People who are here to like help you sustain that high frequency of energy. People who also know how to create that high frequency of energy as well. But yes, we have your Eight of Pentacles as well. Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm just getting this energy. It's like if you've been waiting to find the thing that you love to do, this is the time where things are activating. Like you're finding a thing that you really love to do with that Eight of Pentacles and that Ace of Cups. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I love this. This is so fun. I'm having so much fun creating this experience for myself. So very much money, pentacles are coming towards you guys. You are growing. You're figuring out how to create success without question. Without question, you do have to put in the work. That with the Eight of Pentacles is about blood, sweat, and tears. This is a part of life. It's like in order to create our experience, we have to put it in. Put the energy into it. You got a lot of creative energy. Put it somewhere. Put it somewhere where you can create something. Very much activate that, and the universe will continue to give to you for sure. Anything else you want to tell me about this group, guys? Yeah, so it says here on the Justice card, I get what I give. There you go. I get what I give. So it's like invest in it and you will create success. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify this Two of Wands. The Hierophant. Okay. And we have the Emperor. Yeah. Very cool. Very powerful energy jumping out here. There's a lot of stability that's coming towards you in your life. What you're being asked to do is be decisive here. It's like, think about what you want, desire what you want, but be decisive with this Two of Wands. I feel like as far as planning goes, because we have the Hierophant, you're planning with the universe. So I wouldn't get too stuck or caught up in like trying to plan a future or trying to make it succeed or work out. The right people are being aligned with your path. The right opportunities are coming your way here. Let me go ahead and clarify, because I'm kind of getting clarify the Emperor energy. Yeah, discipline is going to be very important. Seven of Cups, yeah. Choices, decisions, options. So it is important for you to know you have options, right? And what helps to create a lot of clarity for us so that we know more of what we want. Like a lot of people get stuck in that, like, I don't know what to do or where to start. It starts from what you want to create. So you have to ask yourself, what do I really want? What do I really want to create here? You still have, like, even though the universe has a divine plan, the universe still needs you to decide what you want. They need you to think like, do I want a relationship right now? Or do I want a relationship in general? Don't even think now, because the timing is always out of our hands. Do I want a relationship? Do I want a job? Do I want to be doing something I'm passionate about? Do I want a lot of abundance to show up in my life? Then you have to say yes. It has to be a clear yes, so that they can just like open the door for you and you can get to what you need. The universe will conspire to give it to you, but you have to decide, I want it, or this is what I want. So I think for a lot of you in this group, with that Seven of Cups and the Two of Wands, it's great to have a lot of creative energy, but you do need to decide. You do need to decide what you want. And this is something I've struggled with because honestly, I do know what I wanted. The only thing that stopped me, I do. That's the thing, is we do know what we want. The only thing that stops us is there's a fear of getting it, or there's a fear of how other people are going to feel about us getting what we want or whatever. There's always all of these things that play into it. But you need to be a lot more firm to me with this Emperor energy with what you want. You need to be a lot more firm with what you want, what you desire, what you want to experience in your life, and you need to stick to it. Clarify the Emperor energy. Not like you're not allowed to adjust along the way. Here, you are allowed to adjust, but you do need to be decisive about what you want. Okay, so we have the Chariots. To clarify the Emperor, the Chariot, and the Five of Cups. So again, you know, if we're focused on what's not working, that's not going to help us. We do have to be very intentional. And this is something I have to remind myself all the time, is like, don't be lazy. It is easy to be lazy and be like, things aren't working out, and to just focus on that narrow viewpoint. That's a very narrow viewpoint here. So what do is we learn how to sit with those emotions. We learn how to release them. We learn how to release the narrative. And then we focus our attention on the thing that we do want. They do need you to focus on what you want with that Chariot energy. That's what's going to give you the victory. You know, there's very much a victory, success, abundance that wants to come towards you, but you need to be decisive about, I will push past obstacles. I will push past feeling sorry for myself to get what I want. The people who know what they want, get what they want. How do you know what you want? Meditate on it. And just think about it in your imagination. Wow, would this make me happy? Dang. Yes. Dang. As soon as I imagined it, I felt so happy. It felt great just to experience it in my imagination. That's what I want. And then you just have to stick to it. You have to be loyal to your dream. And we think, a lot of us are so afraid of dreams because we think, it's almost like we think the dream abandoned us because it didn't go the way that we wanted it to, or it didn't move in the way that we wanted. But the dream never abandons us. We're the ones who abandon our dreams. We abandon them. We neglect them, and then it's always calling to us like, hey, will you come back here? I really want to come true for you. But then we like run away and we're like, oh no, I'm scared to be happy. I'm scared to want or desire hope. I'm scared to hope. It hurts. Sometimes it hurts to hope, but you got to keep pushing through. Last piece of advice for you, group number 1. Mercury, 11th house, Aquarius. Okay. Wow. So a lot about intellect and communication and networking here. Let's go ahead and clarify this. Yeah, I feel like this group, you guys are brilliant. I feel like you guys have so much creativity, so many ideas. Maybe you're just like, I have too many ideas. Pick one. And just you probably have not sat enough, like quietly enough, and just straight up asked yourself, like, what's going to make me happy? I've literally just been like, this or this. There's something in you that just knows, but you got to use it. So your body's an instrument. Your chakras are an instrument. Your intuition is an instrument for you to be more decisive about what you want. If you use that, you'll learn how to make decisions. We have to make decisions. It's the part of, I think that's the part of adulthood that people just get very frantic about. It's like, oh my gosh, I have to decide which insurance I want. I have to decide where I want to live. But that's the free will. That's the gift. And we're scoffing at it. Like, the universe has given you free will and you're scoffing at it. We scoff at it. We're just like, oh my gosh, I have to make a choice. That's a blessing. It's a blessing to be able to have choices. Choose something. And don't ever think that there's a wrong way. Just choose something, try it out, choose something else, try it out, choose something else, try it out. Just see what happens. Okay. Clarify this Mercury, Aquarius, and 11th house. Okay, yeah. They definitely want you to communicate, speak up. Yeah, I think a lot of you are very much developing your throat chakra energy. Oh, okay. We have the Justice card and the Eight of Pentacles that came out again, and the Hierophant. Yeah, I think a lot of you may feel called to, you have a passion for maybe communicating. We're talking about things that you really love. Use your voice. Use your voice. Use your voice. So with the Page of Swords showing up, that's telling me just start. Just start doing it. Find a platform, start doing it. Be consistent and commit. With this Hierophant and the Eight of Pentacles, be consistent and commit to it here. And you will continuously reap what you have sown. This is the accountability I talk about on my channel all the time. I'm like, if you want the experience, you got to take accountability. You're creating the experience. The universe is like pouring, this group, they're like pouring downloads into you. They're just like, get it all. And you've learned how to access the ideas. just make sure you're embodying it in the physical reality. You're learning. You're most definitely, to me, with that new beginning, I feel like you're ready. You're just like ready, get set, go. Ready, get set, go. But to me, with the Advocate and the Aquarius 11th house energy, I feel like some of you feel called to like a humanitarian pursuit. No surprise there with Saturn and Aquarius. I think a lot of us are activating that humanitarian pursuit in us. Jupiter is going to be entering into Aries if it's not already there. But the time I upload this, so we're feeling called to start something new. We're going to be blessed for starting something new, following our gut instinct, starting some, like anything new you start, it's going to be blessed. Any kind of passionate new beginning you're creating in your life, it's going to be blessed. And use that genius that you have. Anything else you want to tell us about this Mercury in the 11th? And we have a Wheel of Fortune. Okay, anything else? Oh, wow. Aggressively. Yeah, some of you are being called to travel, so there may be an opportunity if it comes towards you. If you're interested in manifesting this, I'm just getting for this group, you need to sit down and be like, I want this, I want this, I want this. That's it. The universe really just needs you to be clear on what you want, because then they're like, okay, we can start arranging things and moving and accelerating it towards you, and be decisive about it. So it's like, even if you feel sorry for yourself, even if things come up where you're like, dang, it's not working the way I wanted it to, you have to push through with that cherry energy. You have to be a bit of a warrior and push past those complex emotions, or just like, when I say push past it, focus on what you want, focus on the path that you want, that you desire for yourself, and those emotions, just sit with it and just be like, okay, I'm going to hold the space for it, and I'm going to let it be what it is without attaching a narrative to it. But with that Six of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, most definitely a lot of you are being called to travel, go do something, follow your dreams for sure. It's opening up. That's going to be the end of your reading here, group number 1. I hope you guys are excited about what's unlocking for you. I'm most definitely am. Like, subscribe to support, and let me know if this resonates. Thank you. Hey, group number 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose this lovely green onyx, this is going to be the reading for you. Okay, so we're going to be looking into where you're at currently in your ascension process, and of course the guides do have some advice to give in regards to how you can enjoy this process even further, the ascension. Okay, so guides, dial me into the energies of group number 2, please. I'm not too blurry back here, I hope. Okay, really interesting. So for you, group number 2, I was seeing like something stretch. I was seeing like 2 participants in it, and they were like pulling, they're stretching something. So you're in a stretching process, but it's almost like you're stretching, or you're opening up to make room for more in your life, like whether it's more love or more. To me, I'm just getting like dream possibility for this group, like dream possibility. What can we do? What can we create? What can we make? Yeah. So I feel like perhaps you have had opportunities or points in time where you have manifested what you wanted. Like, you manifested what you wanted, but you're like, but I want more. And maybe part of you resisted that because you're like, wanting more? Is that good? Is that bad? Should I just be content with what I got? But I think you're understanding you are an expansive being. It's just, we can't deny. It's a part of ourselves we can't deny. You know how kids, they stop growing at a certain age, right? Your kids stop growing at a certain age. But our souls, or our spirit, like, it doesn't stop growing. It keeps going. And I think you're understanding this part of yourself. It's like, I keep going. I have to keep stretching. I have to keep, there's just so much more to me than I knew. There's so much more to life than I realized. My lens, my scope is widening. So I can see more and I can enjoy more as well. That's kind of what I was picking up. I was kind of getting a teammate energy. So you may also feel called to manifest more of what you want or your desires with the people that matter to you in your life. It's like a little bit of a tag team. I feel like the universe is most definitely sending you people who are going to help your dreams come alive, but you're sharing the same vision as these other people, whoever these people are. You're like, you guys are interested in the same things. It's very much, I am very much getting a curiosity though, like a deep, expansive curiosity about life and source and how we connect to energy. And you're understanding like, wow, there's just so much to learn. Okay, let's see what I get from this green onyx here. Yeah, this energy feels very peaceful. I feel like I'm seeing two people at a temple in like the middle of something. But it's like, it's very magical and ethereal here. It feels very comforting. I'm getting like quiet silence as well. Kind of like it feels like a spiritual retreat, but it almost feels like home. Like I'm getting this energy of home. Yeah, I think you guys are finding your tribe. For this group, I feel like you are connecting to your tribe. You're connecting to your people. If anything, you know, sometimes it could be easy to be like, oh my gosh, so tribe, so tribe. But what I've learned is I've been aligned with, like, there are YouTube videos that will show up on my feed where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I never knew this person's channel existed, but now that I'm watching their content, I love it so much, and I relate and I connect so much to them. And, you know, a lot of us have so much past lives. You know, who knows who we've encountered, if we've encountered each other in a previous lifetime, who knows? But I think you're just realizing, yeah, I'm getting just like strongly like soulmate energy for this group, divine counterpart. Like you're connecting with your people. And it's so peaceful because you're just realizing, wow, there's just so much people who see life the way that I did, or I do here. And here in this space, we can create a warm home or a warm community together, is what I'm getting. Yeah, I just keep getting this energy of warmth, being hugged, taken care of, feeling protected, love, love, love. And to me, like the unconditional kind of love. The unconditional kind of love where it's just like, maybe some of you are freeing yourself of those relationship dynamics where it was a lot of conditioning and a lot of conditional love. Where it's like, well, I love you when you do this, or you act like this, or you say this, or da da da. You're actually realizing there are people who are interested in unconditional love, who are interested in just caring for your well-being because they care for your well-being. They're not attaching themselves to your identity here. Yeah, I'm seeing a bird. It could be like a phoenix, but it's giving me, it's like a mixture of like a swan or like a duck of some sort. But I'm definitely getting a little bit of this energy of a rise of a phoenix. You're acknowledging like all of that pain or all of those struggles you've gone through have helped you to learn about yourself. But I feel like a lot of you are on this path to like making something more of this, like becoming more of a teacher or becoming a, like I'm getting like mature energy. I feel like you guys are growing to that stage where you're like, I have wisdom to offer to people. I've learned from my experiences. Now, how can I share this with the world in some way? Or how can I think I'm getting this energy of like, I'm ready to like live my peaceful life now. I'm ready to stop worrying about everything and being scared of this and that. It's very sincere. Yeah, I feel like you guys have, a lot of you have weathered so many storms within yourself, outside of yourself, and I just feel like, you know, even if you're not getting a ton of recognition from people in this physical reality here, you're most definitely getting a lot of recognition from light beings or sorts. Like, this is like, well, I'm getting like, it's in other realms that they know of your status. It's kind of weird. But it's like they know how important you are. Or like, it's not even important. It's like they know, they recognize the work that you're doing. They're like, we see what you're doing. We know you are doing soul work. And even if people aren't giving you a trophy for this, we just want to acknowledge that we see what you're doing here, how you're evolving. You're letting your soul expand and whatnot, your spirit expand. Okay. Deep. Let me put on the camera. Oh boy, I thought it was juicy, but as I unveil the cards, it's juicy, all right. Group number 2, I love this. I love the blue. Let's look at all the blue and let's acknowledge this beautiful energy that's showing up in your reading. So powerful. Blue connects me to peace, throat chakra. They have this card in this deck called Mental Force, like spiritual insight. It says divinely favored. It says divinely favored. I feel like this group, you royalty. And it's so funny that I said that because we get the king. It's the king. It's so funny. I don't know. Channeling's fun. It's so fun. But yeah, I think a lot of those of you who chose this group, you guys have a strong sense of self, a strong sense of like connection to your spirit. You have a strong spirit, very resilient, especially with that warrior energy, strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice and conquering the ego. I feel like the new understanding of the ego is that we're not trying to conquer the ego. We're just trying to transcend it, really. So it's like, we don't have to like beat it down, but we have to understand or be aware that it's there. I think there's a peaceful way to approach it, and I feel like that's most definitely something that you are aware of, because we have grace, blessing, come to me, set me free. You guys are saying peace is what I deserve, and peace is what I'm trying to create here on this earth, and peace is most definitely coming towards you. You guys have been doing so much deep spiritual work, this group, that it's been like, I most definitely feel like the universe is kind of getting ready to activate you, because they're like, we can use you because you're a pure vessel now. We can use you to like guide other people through your maturity. It doesn't even have to be like spiritual teacher. It could be you're a coach on the football team, or you're mentoring students, or young men in their 20s, or you're mentoring young women, or you're a part of some kind of nonprofit organization where you're helping people here. But there's like so much wisdom here that you have gained that you can offer to the world here. So with the king energy, it says here, enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. Okay, that's weird. I did not read that, but it just said exactly what I just said. Yeah, benefiting those in your charge. So there's a strong sense of responsibility, right? It's like, I know how people say that I'm not a role model, but if you think about, the thing is, you're not a role model until you have kids, right? It's like, I'm not a role model. I can do whatever I want. Nobody cares. People are watching you at every point in time. And it's not like this feeling of like, oh, I need to pressure myself to be perfect. But it is an opportunity for you to offer some kind of wisdom or guidance to other people. Like, that feels good. And I feel like this group, you're in this place where you're like, it feels good to be wise or be a wise leader to other people. I would like to offer some kind of guidance to them if I can. You're understanding like what to do with this leadership, or this sense of leadership and obligation or responsibilities. Like it's so weird. I noticed men actually, they're natural, like that masculine energy. They're always kind of thinking about, because I'm thinking about like my club members, my public speak group. They always are kind of considerate of the group dynamic. They're always thinking about like, I know women are nurturers, but there's a sense of like, I have to like people are looking at me. They're depending on me. I think men most definitely feel that more often than women. Women feel more like, I'm being judged for being me. I'm feeling judged because I posted this, or I look like this, or something like that. But men, it's like reputation. And I feel like for this group, there's a lot of reputation that's coming through for you, where you're like, oh, I have a reputation to uphold, or there's a certain way I want to carry myself in society. But this is just kind of like the masculine side. It feels like masculine energy, the masculine side of us that we can acknowledge, we can grow into. So, with this blue energy, I kind of acknowledge it. I'm kind of getting a lot of blues, but I'm also getting a lot of a little purpley too. So I feel like throat chakra energy for sure, and it's like a lot of wisdom. So it's like throat chakra energy, ability to communicate wisdom to other people who need it, for sure. You're learning how to, with the soul lesson perception, third eye chakra, 21, you're learning how to perceive things a little bit more accurately, as opposed to having a warped perception of life. So you're learning how to see it with a clear lens, That's one of the lessons perhaps your soul called to, is perceive things clearly. And a lot of like a strong Mercury would create this, 3rd house, 11th house, 7th house, Mercury in the 1st house would create this too. a Virgo. I would say Mercury in 12th house could as well. Actually, Mercury anywhere. Honestly, a strong Mercury anywhere would create this exalted Mercury, or just like a really noticeable Mercury, like a first house, 7th house Mercury would definitely understand. Like, you can tell some people are just quite cerebral. I think for some of the people in this group, you're quite cerebral. So you want to use that. That might be one of your superpowers here. It's just one of your abilities here is to perceive things a little bit more clearly. And I think the world needs that because it's so easy to get caught up in anything. There's so many perspectives. And I'm like, there's so many perspectives. If you have a perspective where you feel like you can help people to perceive life with more clarity, go ahead and share it. I feel like you have healed, okay, with this Akashic, yes, Akashic Stargate, aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. So you're in a place where you're understanding there is no wrong path. It's like, I can try things out, do this. I think that's just like, mature people know this. They're like, life ain't perfect. You're gonna stumble. You're gonna fail. Like, they're just at that point where just like, yeah, they've been through it. And I feel like for this group, it's like you're understanding more and more. Failure is just, it's normal. You fail, you get back up. You fail, you get back up. Or, not getting it right the first time, or just messing up. Honestly, all of those are opportunities for you to learn and to ascend and transcend, of course. With this cabin, lonely, confined, detached, remote, secluded, you're understanding, I think, most definitely you guys with that, the home in the desert here, and we got this cabin in the middle of like a lake house. It's so funny. You guys are understanding the value of spending time with yourself and your thoughts. You're meditating, you're thinking about things, and you're seeing in a different light. So this has brought a lot of value to you. So perhaps you're in a space where you are busy, a lot of things were going on in your life, and you're being called to, at this time in your life, to retreat more. Like, life gets a little quieter. I honestly feel like life is supposed to be quite quiet. We're very overstimulated in this world, and that's why a lot of people have a hard time thinking for themselves, because they're constantly being bombarded by other people's opinions and ideas, most of them based off of fear and ego, right? So when you isolate, you get a lot of clarity, and I feel like that's what you're accessing with that soul lesson perception and third eye chakra. You've opened your third eye chakra. You're using that to navigate your intuition, to navigate your decision-making process here. Yeah, so it's like I was like watching Kyle Cease the other day. He was talking about it's okay to have one friend, two friends. I'm one of those people. It's okay to just have, like very little friends. But on top of that, he's like, you're connected to source. He's like, that's actually more interesting. And I feel like you guys are so curious about what is that connection to source here. We have your 3 Cancer Constellation Network Support Associates. So I already talked about this. So tribe energy coming through very strongly, because you're realizing, even with this 3 women in this Grace card, you're realizing, I just want to be connected with people who have pure or good intentions. There's no one I need to impress. You're releasing this. You're releasing there's no one I need to be validated by or impress. I really just need to be myself and people who I can be myself with. But I feel like there's just a network of energy that the universe is connecting you to here when it comes to opportunities or anything that you're needing. So a lot of you are feeling empowered. Like, yeah, most definitely with that king energy, I would say yes. You guys are feeling empowered to be yourself. To me, empowerment just comes from being yourself. And yeah, with that king energy, it's like you're feeling empowered to be yourself. You're feeling empowered because you've gone through things and you've overcome them. That is a powerful feeling. It's like, dang, I can be the phoenix rising out of the ashes. That's powerful. I can go through trauma. I can go through hurtful, painful experiences and still come out of that. That's powerful. So you're learning how to tap into your energy of empowerment within yourself here. And I feel like a lot of that seclusion gave you a reality check, or just like clarity on realizing that you are a powerful being. And power, there's external power, which is an illusion, and then there's internal power, which is forever. And that's the kind of empowerment we really want to access. So with that 5 justice, by the power of 3 by 3, Mott, deliver justice to me. I feel like karmically things are just leveling out in your life here. Perhaps you feel really called to obtain some kind of justice. Like, because I feel like you have a strong desire to want to right the unfairness, or just give people access to good information, positivity, wisdom. Like, you want to give that justice to other people here. You want to tell people the truth, essentially. And that's what Ma'at is about. Ma'at is about telling the truth. But I want to kind of dive more into that justice energy as well. I always feel like justice is a little mystical. You could have a bit of Libra. We have here 3 Libra. Could have a little bit of Libra in your chart. For some reason, I'm hearing fair distribution of power in my head. So there you go. I mean, that's one of the cards, but maybe there's a fair distribution of power that you are, because I feel like you guys are quite powerful, right? You're tapping into your power, but you also want to help establish a fair distribution of power in this external reality here, this physical reality that we live in. So with this divine director, intervention and purpose, divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Yeah, you guys are being strongly divinely guided, this group, because you're allowing yourself to be divinely guided, and you're being divinely guided to a new experience that you're stepping into. And so we're going to go ahead and pull some clarifiers. We're going to pull some clarifiers and find out what that's all about. So can you tell me more about the Justice? I feel like the Justice and the Warrior, very interesting that they're right above each other. Maybe a little bit of peaceful warriors in this group. Tell me more about this Justice. Number 5. 3 of Swords. Whew. Page of Pentacles. King of Swords. Okay. 8 of Cups. Lovers. Okay. Yeah. So that's a bit of the karmic situations that have occurred in your life. So, I always tell people my understanding of karma, I can't communicate it to you unless I come to some kind of understanding for myself. But my understanding of karma is that it's an experience. It's not you're not shackled to it. You're never shackled to it. That's why, why are the sages, the monks, the gurus, why are they meditating all the time? Because they're releasing that low energy. That's kind of pulling them down, the thoughts, the feelings. And you're kind of at a place where you're learning how to transcend this karma. Here with this 8 of Cups and 3 of Swords. It's those painful experiences that you've had to walk away from. So how do you transcend karma? You become conscious, right? With the King of Swords energy, you develop that insight, right? That cerebral energy I was kind of picking up from you guys. You use your mind or your thought process to just help you to perceive a little bit better and understand hey, what's going on? And I think a lot of you have taken a moment to just really think about, whoa, why did I do that? Why was I choosing to be in that connection? It could be a job for some of you. Why was I choosing to stay in something that was not creating a healthy experience for me personally? Why did I feel that way? And to me, with the rise of the Phoenix, I feel like a lot of you have been, just treated not the best, okay, by people. It could have been connections, people who you thought were, it was going to be an even give and take, and who are going to really care about you, who you, felt like they were supposed to support you. And I think the biggest lesson that you've learned is to cut these experiences or these people out of your life. I heard one person say, Kelly, she's a psychic medium on YouTube. She's you're not supposed to stay with your karmic people or something. She said something like that, karmic experiences, karmic people. But at the very least, you're supposed to transcend them. So even if you're around them, family on Thanksgiving, even if you're around them, you can still transcend the experience by being aware. And I think there's a lot of awareness, but there are a lot of really unhealthy experiences you realize you have to walk away from. You're this is not for me, and it wasn't for you, and you realize that. And when you realize that you deserve better, that's when the universe gives you better. That's why we have the Page of Pentacles, starting something new. And for this group, since we have the Page of Pentacles showing up, I think you're learning how to change in your physical reality. You're learning how to shift things, take the action steps that you need to live a better life for yourself, whatever those action steps are. Yeah. I know some people like to communicate that people are going to get their justice or their due justice. They will, but it's not up to you how it happens. It could even happen in a different lifetime. It might not even happen in this lifetime. You don't know. So wishing justice on people to me just makes no. I know. There's a human part of us that I hope they get theirs. But what does that do for you? It doesn't feel good to wish bad or ill for other people. So I think you guys are aware of this, and you're just realizing, okay, I need to just do better for myself. I gotta walk away. I gotta walk away. Can you tell us about stepping into the new experience? A Fool card, freedom, Page of Swords. Yeah, very cerebral. Five of Wands. Yeah, I think the Five of Wands sometimes can be about, I don't know. I watch a few tarot readers who I really love, and one of them was describing the Five of Wands as energy. What were they describing it as? Okay, let me just get a clarifier for it, because I feel like it means something else, but let's just get a clarifier. Clarify that Five of Wands, please. Six of Cups. I'm telling you. Can you tell me more about the Five of Wands? Yeah. I think for sure the Five of Wands is not meeting the Five of Wands. It could mean like Five of Wands reverse means cooperation, but I don't really read reversals. I just kind of intuitively pick up energy for my readings. To me, with this divine director, you're being guided. Most definitely, this group, you made a really important decision to love yourself more and just give more time, attention, energy. You know, give like respect and honor your boundaries here. That's why they're sending your soul tribe. You know, I was definitely picking that up. I was picking up like I saw two people, and they were like creating a life together. So you're most definitely being aligned, or if you're already in a connection, you're establishing more of a connection with the person you are with. Because if you shift your awareness, that person has to meet you where you're at. So either they're going to decide to stay in a relationship or they're going to decide to not. But you're most definitely in a new beginning. You've done a lot of healing, retreat, which is great. And I'm so glad you honored that. Because now whatever it is that you've been wanting, I think you've just decided, okay, I'm going to cut ties here, and I'm going to go for what I want here with that Page of Swords. And maybe you're feeling the need to, if you feel called to connect or reach out to people, or if someone reaches out to you with that Page of Swords energy, then most definitely use that as an opportunity to understand that like peaceful connections are coming towards you. You know, you won't have to experience the Five of Wands, like conflict. And you guys have matured. You now know this. You're like, I don't have to experience that. I can have a peaceful existence with the Four of Swords with people, Six of Cups and Two of Cups, who actually care about me and see me as an equal. And to me, with the Six of Cups, what it pretty much represents almost like 90% of the time in these readings, it's like a pure connection. It's pure, like this person has pure intentions. Their intentions is to like be themselves and to allow you to be yourself. Pure intentions. And it's like an even give and take, and you guys deserve that. Yeah, with that Justice card, it wasn't an even give and take, but you had to realize that. You had to see the worth in yourself. Okay, let's see whatever final guidance they have for you. Group number 2. Yeah, you guys got 20, 21, 2 threes. Death card. 10 of Pentacles came out. I'll put that back in. Okay, tell us more about this Death card. I'm hearing complete the transformation. We got 4 of Swords. Complete the transformation. We have 8 of Pentacles. And we have the 7 of Cups. Okay. Clarify the 7 of Cups for me. We have here 9 of Wands. Okay. Yeah. Tell me more about the Knight of Wands. 10 of Wands. Okay. So a lot of you, you're being asked to complete the transformation that is happening. In order for you to complete this stage of Ascension, with the Death card here, they want you to keep continuing on that pace of Ascension. So a lot of you are calling in peace into your life here, but you need to really decide where you have to be more decisive with this 7 of Cups with how you invest your energy. 8 of Cups, it's like my blood, sweat, and tears. So you want to be investing in things that are feeding you. And I think you guys are relearning this because perhaps you invested in a connection or situation that was not feeding you. Here, it wasn't like there was no even give and take. So you're aware of this, but they need you to, in this physical reality, intentionally shift your energy more towards creating the life that you want. If you want to create the peace, you have to be more decisive about what it is that you want to create. And the huge message that's coming through with this 9 of Wands and 10 of Wands is a lot of you have been carrying some kind of burden here. You know, and I don't think it was by accident that I gave that talk about like men and responsibility. Not that I think that all of you are men or anything. Most of my audience is women, but sometimes we have this weird, because we've been programmed, like we're a computer. We've been raised that way. We've been raised to think that, you know, life is hard, struggle, bus, struggle life, struggle everything, struggle relationships, struggle this, you know, that was probably an experience that just felt normal to you. And so it wasn't shocking for you to get into an unhealthy relationship until you realized it was unhealthy, or to devote yourself to a job that was draining you. But most definitely they're saying, drop the burden. It is not yours to carry. It is not yours to carry. You are a child of divine. To me, with this king energy and that warrior, I feel like you guys do have a strong sense of like obligation, responsibility. It's up to me. I need to figure it out. But truly the universe wants you to be happy. That is the divine plan. You know, I was really curious about that one, but I looked into that one with my guides, and they're like, the divine plan is for you to live in harmony with yourself and to be happy. How you create that is really up to you. So anything that is not like harmonious in your life, you might want to reassess that. Anything that is not really making you like happy or just content and you feel really good about it, you might want to reassess why that is, right? So you guys are being called to make decisions to release that burden. And a lot of you, it's like whatever you're doing in your life, because we're getting wands energy, you're carrying some kind of burden here. It could be like job. It could be connections here. Any final advice for this group? 7. Seventh house. Virgo. Neptune. Yeah. I think a lot of you are being called to, because we have this constellation, I was saying that to people, a lot of you are being called to really think about if you have a dream partner in mind, it's yours. Like, it's for you to experience. If you have a desire to be in a relationship, that's for you. To experience, like, go ahead. Ask for it. The universe is just like, please, I dare you. I double dare you. I dare you to wish for, I dare you. So we can make it happen. Yeah, so like that Neptune and Virgo in the 7th house. Again, I'm getting like, it's like a pure intention connection, dream connection, partner. For a lot of you, this is an opportunity for you to heal the current connection that you're in, to transcend, to grow with the partner that you are with, for you guys to mature and to understand, like, we're here to support each other. Let's follow our dreams. Let's create the dream life together. Let's work on our dreams together. Can you tell us about that Neptune, Virgo, and the 7th house? Yeah, to me, it's like work on our dreams. Work on our dreams. Yeah, healing. Knight of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so just continue to do that releasing if you have to. Look at that 9 of Cups. Dreams. What I'm telling you. Dreams do come true when you believe in them. So I feel like you're in a stage of the Knight of Pentacles. So you have an idea of what you want. Just keep going for it. Create it, do it, take the action steps. You feel called to go somewhere, travel somewhere, meet people, start doing it. Start doing that. You know, I really like the Knight of Pentacles. I think he does take his time. You know, some people, they're like, oh no, that means you're not moving, you're not taking action. But the Knight of Pentacles has a plan. I don't feel like you have to have like a super plan. I just feel like set a clear intention. Like, what do you want, basically? Just get very clear, like, this is what I want. End of the story. I think be flexible. Yes, we always have to be open, but just set the intention for like, yeah, this is like what I'm looking for. Because you know what doesn't make you happy. You know what you're struggling with in your partnerships or your connections, and you know what you can feel empowered to create in your experience here. 5 of Wands came out again. Yeah, clarify that 5 of Wands. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I think some of you guys are just like fighting with yourselves. You got 2 of Cups. I think you're fighting with yourselves a little bit. What is this? Is this like a group dynamic working with people? Can you clarify that 7 of Wands? Knight of Wands. Hierophant. Okay. Yeah, this is good. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. I feel like you guys are like right here. You guys are right here. So just keep taking those action steps towards people, connections that are really like you feel called to. I feel like you guys are getting some kind of calling, because we keep getting pentacles, so it's becoming a physical reality as we speak. So it's like, do whatever you need to do to create this experience in your reality, which means honestly, first start off with treating yourself better. If you want to be treated better, treat yourself better. Treat yourself better. Spoil yourself. Spoil yourself. And then I'm also getting this energy, like if you want to date or connect with people, just like enjoy that experience. Or if you want to like have a conversation, like really indulge in it. Like sometimes I just like sit around and I just talk to my coworkers and my friends. I'm like, I don't even know what we were talking about. I don't even care. I just like that I'm connecting with a person and this feels nice. So yeah, I guess I wanted to come through for some of you guys. Can you clarify this Knight of Wands? So that's like the mission. Eight of Cups. Tell me more. Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, some of you are still like, you're still fighting with yourself to decide certain things you're still being asked to walk away from. It's like the guidance is like bright neon red for you guys, but you might be ignoring it. Hold on. I just realized I had no idea where the battery was. I was like, oh my gosh, how long have I been talking? But yeah, some of you are still being called to, it's like you're afraid to be selfish. I think to me with the page and the Knight of Pentacles, you're not being impulsive. If there's something that you want, go towards it, okay? You got this. It's good. They keep showing me the Two of Cups, okay? They keep showing me. So I feel like there is someone who's going to be showing up in your life relatively soon if they're not already in it. With the Six of Wands, yeah, there's just something about caring too much about other people, how they think. There's this sense of like obligation, responsibility, reputation. The universe is sending you guidance. You need to trust it. Like that's kind of the main thing I'm getting here, is you just need to trust the guidance you're getting. Because part of you might feel like it's like really risky to walk away. The thing is, I'm getting like cerebrally, like up here, perception wise, you know this. You know what's better for you, but you're still having a hard time maybe physically actually doing it. Or even understanding that you deserve better or deserve to be happy with the Eight of Cups. Yeah, they're trying to support you in this journey. But yeah, I mean, that's up to you. It can be risky at first, but it could be a risk that you look at one day, you're just like, wow, I'm so glad I did that. I'm so glad I did it. I feel like you guys need one last piece of advice. 12th house Scorpio. Neptune again. Neptune, Scorpio in the 12th house. Oops. Clarify that Neptune, Scorpio on the 12th. They want you to get really watery. Tell me more about the Neptune, Scorpio in the 12th house. I mean, it's about transformation. Neptune can be like a creative genius here. It's in the 12th house. It's also about transcendence. Nine of Cups. They keep telling you to believe in your dreams. This group. They keep telling you to believe in your dreams, okay? So there's just a bit of fear to get past. They're like, we need you to believe that your dreams can become a reality. Welcome to my channel. This is what we talk about all day, every day. Dreams. Dream. Tell us more about the advice here. Well, you know what I'm getting? I feel like you need to become your main support system. You need to become your main support system. How do you become your main support system? Honestly, we're not meant to do anything alone. That's why when humans are like, I need to figure it out alone, they get so frustrated because you're not meant to figure it out alone. In fact, we're not even meant to solve our problems. Source does. We're supposed to listen to Source so we can solve our problems. We're not solving our problems. Source solves our problems. That's why they always say, listen to your intuition. If you listen to the mind is the ego. The mind will trap you. It'll create all kind of stories and scenarios. It works to some extent, but it doesn't work also. When you listen to your intuition, you're just kind of in flow. They need you to get in flow with life because you can use that. With that Neptune Scorpio, you can use that flowy, all of these emotions to like create magic in your energy here. Six of Wands. Okay, tell me more about that Six of Wands. Yeah. Look at that. It's the same advice. Six of Wands and the Eight of Swords. It's like a feeling trapped because of what other people think. If that's not your dream, it's like we're not here to be happy for anyone else. They're going to figure it out. They're going to figure it out. They can figure out how to be happy. They can figure out how to do them. They can figure out how to find someone, whatever. But you do you. This is your life to live. This is your life to live. Okay, so live your life. Group number 2, please. Please go do the thing that really calls to you. You know, that mental construct, you know, you created that reality that you're trapped. You're not. You're not trapped. Just listen to the intuitive steps and just start taking steps towards it. You know, if you feel like you need to move at a slow pace, sure. You know, move at that slow, safe pace until you get towards what you need to do. But I feel like you guys are doing something. There's just a bit of a subconscious reality dynamic here that's like really strong, and it keeps showing up in your energy. Like there's a reality here that's just like you're still kind of holding on to it, and they just need you to be aware of this. There's a lot of good, beautiful things that want to come into your life, and I think you've already done the energetic steps. Whatever, you've shifted things in your life for them to come towards you. Your perception has cleared, and you are aware that you feel stuck, but you're like, oh, but how do I stop thinking about it? Thinking about it is not going to help you. Use your intuition and let it guide you. Find a way maybe to detach or meditate so you're not caught up in this. Bring more awareness to your decisions, your choices, your decisions and your choices. Okay. And really ask yourself, like meditate on it and envision yourself. If I'm doing this thing, like imagine yourself, if you're doing exactly this 5 years from now, how are you going to feel about that? You know, any kind of situation that's keeping you limited. If you're doing this 5 years from now, are you still going to be happy? Are you going to be happy? Our emotions are our barometer. Are you going to be happy? If the answer is no, you know what to do. Okay, that's going to be the end of your reading. Thank you guys so much. Like, subscribe to support. Let me know if this resonates. Thank you guys. Bye. Hey, group number 2. Sorry. Hey, group number 3. If you chose this lovely smoky quartz, then this is going to be the reading for you. So I'm going to go ahead. I will pull energies, and yeah, I'll do what I always do, meditate with the crystal, unveil your oracle cards. I have my camera phone, and then I will pull tarot. So let's get started and see where you're at in your ascension process, and we'll see whatever advice or guidance wants to come through. Okay, it's dial me into the energies of group number 3. I have no idea what that is. It felt like a plant, so like sprouting, growing. Very interesting plant imagery. I don't think I've seen whatever that it was. It was kind of like a spiky looking tree, and it was like dancing. That's weird. Yeah, I feel like there is something about being weird coming through here, or being okay with that. Something about making a statement. Yeah. Something about making a statement or being weird, allowing yourself to be weird. Okay, let me see what else wants to come through here. Yeah, I'm kind of getting the same energy. Too much to handle. Like you're too much to handle. Or it's like a perception you have of yourself. Yeah, I think I'm getting something about authenticity that's coming through for this group. It's very important for you to embrace yourself. And because I was getting a little bit of that spiky tree energy, maybe you need to embrace more of your dark side. I made a video about this. Check it out. But maybe you do need to embrace more of your dark side and work with it. There's something about processing all of your feelings or your emotions so it can help you to elevate. It's like process all of it. Like you have to, instead of just like choosing everything. But I feel like, I don't know, I'm being taken to, what's his name on Stranger Things? The father. I'm being taken to his energy. It's like this big, generous, lively energy. Like big teddy bear or something. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so what I'm being told is like there's not, if you have struggled with some kind of acceptance, there is no acceptance. David, what's his name? David, I can't see his last name, but I can see his face. Anyways, David Harbour. Ooh, that clicked fast. But he has this like big teddy bear energy where he just seems like he's himself, and it's like a really nice huggy energy that you like being around. And there's something about be all of yourself. Bring all of yourself to the table is what I'm hearing. Like bring all of yourself to the table. Don't hide it. Because maybe part of you feels like people are going to judge me for being this way or bringing this aspect of myself out, but be all of it. Because there are people who are going to genuinely love you for it. And maybe part of you feels like it can be overwhelming. Like, can people handle this? Can they handle this? It might be a little overwhelming for people to handle this. There's just something I'm getting about you needing to process your emotions or move with the emotions that's going to help you a lot more. It's not necessarily, because I know some people, I've heard people say this, and it's a very self-sabotaging statement where they're like, people can't handle me or something like that. I'm too much to handle. I'm like, well, now that you've said it and you've created the reality of it, of course you're too much to handle. And maybe you've created this weird self-sabotaging thing where people avoid you because you're like, I'm too much to handle. I'm too much to handle. I'm like, what if you're just the perfect handle? What if you're just the perfect handle? Why are you too much to handle? Why have you created that reality? Why would you even say that? Probably because it's some kind of programming, like your parents raised you to think like that. You're too much, calm down, you're too much, it's too much. And I don't know, I'm getting, there's like a part of you you've repressed, you need to like express it more. Or you need to find some kind of way to transmute it so it doesn't overtake you in subconscious ways. So in my Embrace Your Dark Side video, I was talking about the importance of, you have to embrace your dark side. You have to look at it. You have to shine the light on it. If you don't, it will act out in unconscious ways. You'll find yourself doing things out of character because you're like, I don't know why I did that. Because it's like a subconscious desire or unconscious desire, subconscious, unconscious, all of it. So yeah, it's like be aware of that energy is what I'm getting. Just be aware of your subconscious thoughts, desires, feelings. Like look at all of them. Okay, let's see what else I'm getting here with the smoky quartz for you guys. I don't know what this imagery is. I feel like I was watching a snake in a onesie. What is going on? Okay. I think you guys have like a fun or a playful or a quirky side or some other side of you that wants to come out. Okay. It just does. And it's a way for you perhaps to express yourself. Like there's like a creative, expressive energy that wants to come through. It's like, I want to be weird and expressive. Yeah, do it. Get it out. People will like it. I'm getting that. People will like you for you. People will like you for what you consider. The thing is, you called it weird. You called it weird. You're the one who labeled it. But other people will look at that and they're like, oh, that's life. That's you being you. And I think that's the thing that's needed to be embraced for this group. Just be you in a way that feels authentic to you. And people will appreciate this. They're not going to judge it as much as you think. I mean, here's the thing. People are going to judge, but there are people who are going to judge that they like it. People are going to judge that everyone has an opinion, right? Everyone has an opinion. Look at YouTube. Oh my gosh, everyone has an opinion. And the reason why everyone has an opinion is because we're all a unique expression of source. So we all have a different perspective to share here. I think you need to just embrace yours here and value it. Let's see what I can see in the crystal here. Yeah, I don't know. Immediately I was getting this energy of like you're cooking up or you're rebirthing yourself. I'm getting a bit of a rebirth energy for this group. You're rebirthing yourself into your more authentic version here. It's crystalline. It's crystallining. I don't know what that means, but yeah. And I feel like you're getting ready to release it. You're getting ready to let it go. You're getting ready to like, just like, yes, this is me. I've been hiding it, but now I'm not. And I'm just getting, it's going to be so like the floodgates are going to open. There's just so much energy that's going to like explode out of you. And you're going to think to yourself, why didn't I do this sooner? Why didn't I do this sooner? Um, yeah, I'm just getting, there's a lot of energy around this group where you feel a lot, you get a lot of inspiration, ideas, and you just need to express it. You need to move it. You need to transmute it. You need to, do something with it here. Yeah, I'm just getting like, go be your weird self. Like I'm seeing like a dragon holding a wand. Like very interesting imagery is coming through for this group. You guys are very unique. Very unique. You need to embrace what makes you unique here. Like you have a whole world in you that you're trying to figure out, how do I share this with the world? This universe, this Harry Potter magical, fantastical reality of life. Yeah, it's like messy, but it's like beautiful. Messy, beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and unveil your oracle cards. I need to set up the camera here. Woohoo! This is cool. Let me go ahead and change the battery first. All right, these are some fantastic cards. Okay. So where you're at currently in your Ascension process, group number 3, is you are getting a lot of downloads for what you're feeling inspired to create for yourself here. You guys are learning how to go with the flow of life and just be like expressive, be yourself, enjoy the magic of life here. So let's kind of start with what has helped to bring you to where you're at now. And what's helping you so much is with this hope, love, and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. You're learning how to love and accept yourself. We got to start there. It's really nice for us to be like, oh, I love and I love and accept other people, but I'm like, you can't truly love and accept other people until you understand how to love. How to love and accept yourself here. To love and accept yourself. So that's what you're tapping into, this essence. You're choosing loving thoughts. You're choosing to believe in yourself. You're choosing to believe in your dreams. Therefore, why your dreams are very much coming towards you. It looks like there's a upgrade. You're ascending. You're very much ascending. This group, it's like very powerful. I thought it was very interesting that you guys got the smoky quartz, but the energy it showed me was kind of different. I've seen a lot of, I've meditated on it before, and it's shown me different things, and it was giving me this like lighthearted, I'm a magical egg of life kind of vibe. Like I'm a magical being in this universe. That's what I was getting from it, which is so funny. But with this martyr light attribute, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or cause. So you're feeling very inspired to like live life. You're feeling inspired to give in some way. There's something that you're doing that is connected to your career path here that you're either learning how to master. I feel like you are, because we have here eyeglasses and we have here focus. I feel like you're learning how to focus on mastering with this bodybuilder, mastering something that you love, mastering something that is you're confident in. You're building the confidence in doing this. If you feel like you're not doing this now, there is something that, because you chose this group, there is something that you can start doing once you start focusing your attention on and putting in the consistent work and energy towards, you're going to gain the outcome of it. You know, with this haystack, karma, you will reap what you've sown. It's like you're not going to get the results unless you put in the work. It's just the way it goes. The universe will give you all of those downloads, and you're getting a lot of them. The universe is going to give you those downloads, but you have to do something with them. You have to do something with it. So if you feel like you need more clarity, just ask for more clarity. And sometimes it's so crazy because sometimes my guides are like, you're not being asked to do anything right now. And I'm like, what? What does that mean? I'm like, because I'm a bit of a worker bee. I am. And I got a lot of energy and I love creating. So it's like, sometimes I'm like, okay, how do I shift this energy? And they're like, it really is what you make it, but we're telling you, you're kind of just doing it. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. So just find that thing that you're doing and just stay consistent with that 7 Taurus and that 6 Capricorn. Stay consistent to the path, committed to it. With the crown chakra upgrade, divine connection, holy experiences, miraculous energy, very much your crown chakra is getting a huge upgrade. You're learning how to use it. You're like, ooh, I got downloads. I got an idea. I got an idea here. I got an idea there. Do something with the idea. Write it down. That is the number one I would encourage you. If you're not like writing the book, you're not, ready to publish the book now, you should be like writing your ideas down. Write the ideas down. Write the ideas down. I feel like this group, most importantly, other than, yes, you tapping into that crown chakra and you also tapping into this ability with this astro travel aura chakra number 30, you're exploring, like, your imagination is just, wow, it's expanding. And you're understanding there's a lot more, not just to what you can create, but there's a lot more to you and there's a lot more to life. And I gotta say, that's probably the most valuable discovery any person is gonna make and realize is like, I'm possibility. I was watching the 6-year-old, she was more than 60, but she started going on these like cycling adventures. She had never done it until she was in her 60s. And she's like, what has changed? She asked her son, what's changed about me? And he told her, possibilities. You're open to possibilities. That's what life is about. We are not meant to be stuck in a box. We're not meant to be stuck hitting our head against a wall. We need to do something to shift our energy to understand that this world, this life, and us, we are full of possibilities here. So much. And you're understanding this. To me, with this martyr, transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause, it's like you're learning, like, I can be anything, do anything, be anything. What do I do with it? Right? What do I do with this? You do it. You put the work in here. You learn how to master whatever it is that you're curious about. And some people get so overwhelmed, I think, by finding their purpose and this and that. I'm like, there's a lot of labels that people slap onto it, but most of that, it started with a curiosity. Most of them, it started with a curiosity. It started with them just being like, I think I can do this or try this or create this, or what if I did this? Some people, it's just completely on accident. I was just fooling around. I was just experimenting. And some part of them had already prayed for and set the intention out to the universe. Universe, give me a brilliant idea. They forgot about it, and the universe just sent them a brilliant idea. Oh, I just accidentally, there's no such thing as an accident. There's no such thing as luck. No such thing as an accident. There's no such thing as luck. These things are just divinely timed. It's just divinely timed, and that we don't have control over. There's a lot of divine timing that plays into things. But you guys are most definitely divinely timed to move and ascend towards your career and attracting a lot of abundance towards you. There's some kind of thing that, or whatever you're doing, there's so much potential and energy behind it. There's so much potential for you to create a lot of success and a long-term career with this. Just make sure you're taking action on your desires. Perhaps building the confidence is something that you need to do. The only way you're going to build the confidence is to do it. You can't just like, I'm just good at it. No. You need to be training yourself to be confident somehow in it. Doing something, join some kind of small group, meetup group, a club, create a club where you can explore your curiosity for what you want to create. There's no excuse. Explore the curiosity. If you have an idea, explore the idea. Explore it. Delve in and commit. By earth and air and water and fire, let my confidence take light, burn higher. So we have all the elements. Earth is taking action, air is the idea, water is how do you feel about it, and the fire is the passion. You want to infuse all of that. And I think you guys are learning how to infuse everything about yourself into whatever it is that you're creating here. With this, prostitute accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. So some of you might have some limiting beliefs here. Places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. You might have some insecurities about money. You might have some insecurities, like maybe that's what stopped you before. Part of you really desires to be like with this martyr energy, you want to give something to society in some way. But the universe wants you to be aware that some of you have been self-sabotaging the ability for this to kick up or kick start because you've been attached to this idea of money or abundance and the way that you think it's supposed to show up in your life. When I say that you show up, I mean, like, there could be a lot more abundance that the universe is just like on path. It's en route to move towards you. And I'm getting that for this group. Like, there's a lot of abundance that wants to come towards you. But part of you self-sabotage because you're thinking, well, how am I really authentic in what I'm creating if people are paying me all this money to create it? Is that authentic? You know? Or is it authentic that I desire for a lot of success, or I desire for this money, or a desire for, you know, is that authentic? You might be challenged whenever it comes to the financial means to create this experience. But I'm just getting, you guys have some kind of brilliance or genius that wants to be expressed. You need to share it with the world. You need to share it with someone. Put it out there. And then perfect it. You know, when I say perfect it, it's not about like making it perfect, but perfectionism does serve a purpose. It's about, you know, mastering. It's about going over it and over again and looking at it, reassessing with this eyeglasses, reassessing, how can I do better? How can I do better? How can I do better? Yeah. Okay. So with this astral travel, that's telling me that you have a vast imagination. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure it's recording. You have a vast imagination for what you want to do, what you want to create. Use it. Put it to use here. The astral travel card in the book, it talks about your heart is 103 times stronger than the sun, or something, 103 suns, or something like that. It's like powerful. So a lot of you, you're very much pulled by your heart when it comes to your creativity, because I was getting David Harbour. He seems very passionate about what he does, what he creates. He infuses so much of himself. It just seems like he is his character and you would like him in real life, and they would kind of be like the same warm energy. Very charismatic, very warm. So I'm just getting, wherever your heart pulls you, that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Whatever your heartstrings are tugging you, that's what it is. Your heart has wings. When you listen to your heart, whew, lots of things can happen. It's a powerful chakra energy here. You want to use it. You guys have a strong heart, passion for what you want to create and do. Let's go ahead. I'm going to clarify the prostitute energy. Let's see what else is wanting to come through there. Guides, can you tell me more about the prostitute energy here? Wheel of Fortune. What did I say? Holding it upside down, sorry. What did I say? There's a lot of abundance coming towards you. You want to tell us more about the prostitute here? Knight of Pentacles. It's going to start with you. There's a lot of abundance coming towards you, or wants to come towards you. It's just going to start with you saying, my Knight of Pentacles, that is my college graduate here. I have the skills. You have to acknowledge, I have the skills, I have the abilities to create what I want, what I desire. I have the mission. This is what my heart is calling to. Now I need to put it out there, put it to use here. Sometimes the Knight of Pentacles can put off like waiting or putting off your desire. It can represent like putting off your desires, but it can also represent just planting seeds, and it's going to take time for these seeds to show up, right? It will take time. You just need to put it in the work. So a lot of you already have the skill. You're already in the process of mastering something with that Knight of Pentacles showing up. You've already gone to school for it. You've acquired the information. You have the ideas. You just need to go plant the seeds here. Okay, tell us more. What would you like to let this group know, guys? The Knight of Pentacles popped out again. Okay, they really want you to know Knight of Pentacles is your time. So they're saying now's the time for you to strike, so to get out into the world, start creating, making, planting your seeds, networking, trying things out. Like, now's the time. Okay, you want to go ahead and tell me more about the Knight of Pentacles, please? Just a bunch of cards. 6 of Wands, 10 of Wands, and the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. Can you clarify? Oop, okay. Can you clarify the 6 of Wands here? there's another card hiding. The Four of Cups. Huh. That's so funny. You want to tell me more about the Six of Wands? The King of Wands. Okay. Yeah. They definitely need you to be practice exercising your confidence, this group. King of Wands, Six of Wands. Practice exercising your confidence in what you're creating here. There's some recognition. There's potential for you. If some of you guys have already put out some kind of work or content or shared something with the world, there's some huge potential for some recognition to start coming in now for you, or pretty soon. We have the Four of Cups. I would say within this year. There's some recognition that wants to come towards you. It just kind of depends on where you're at when it comes to what you're working on, what you're creating. You want to tell me more about the Four of Cups? Yeah. Yeah. We have here the Four of Pentacles. That's about building foundations. New foundation. Clarify the Ten of Wands. Death card. Tell me more about the Ten of Wands. Tell me more about the Ten of Wands. These cards are just flying out. Seven of Cups. Okay. Tell me more about the Seven of Cups. Tell me more about the Devil here. It's kind of... Okay, hold on. Sun card, Ace of Pentacles. I guess we can take it. It's kind of... Your reading is so crazy. You want to tell me more about the Ace of Pentacles? Oh, sorry, the Seven of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. These cards are flying out so funny. Okay, last card. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles. Strength card. Okay, so I mean, the big message that's coming through for you guys is most definitely be confident and exercise your confidence and believe in your ability, because you're creating your reality. Our thoughts, our emotions are creating our reality. If you don't believe in yourself, who will? You got to believe in yourself before anybody else. You got to be confident. You got to be confident. And oh, you know, I really have a lot of respect for people who put themselves out there. I know we like to lecture celebrities, but they put themselves out there, and I'm like, that's not easy to do. It's not. Like, the more people know you, it just gets kind of, you know, it can be a little overwhelming sometimes. And like a psychological warfare to be like, don't care about what people think, but we do care about what people, but don't care about what people think, kind of thing. I imagine they go through a lot of those battles a lot. With the Eight of Pentacles here, most definitely, like, keep putting in the work. You have to be clear. We got the Seven of Cups here. Be very clear about what it is that you want and what it is that you desire. I feel like you guys are entering into, like, like, a lot of you guys are cooking up quite a bit of prosperity here. There's quite a bit cooking up. So whatever seeds you have planted, I'm telling you, there's something in your energy right now where you're going to start seeing more of the results or the outcome or the reward. They call it the reward of your seeds, planting your seeds. You're going to start seeing an outcome. You're going to start seeing things take off. You're going to start seeing things unfolding here. More recognition, but I feel like there is an opportunity coming towards you. I mean, we have here the Death card and the Devil card. Could be a Capricorn or Scorpio here. We also have the King of Wands over there. And it's going to require you to make some choices or decisions, but I do feel like there's an opportunity coming towards you that will make you happy. I'm just telling you, you just need to make sure you're putting your thing out there and putting in the work. Otherwise, the universe can't help you. It's like it can only help you so much before it's like, but you know, things need to kind of shift around here. What guidance do you have for this group, please? How long have we been doing this? Oh, okay. Believe in yourself. Okay, we get Ten of Wands came out again. Okay. Ten of Wands. It's usually a release of burden, but for some of you, it's representing a harvest that's coming. Right? He worked for those wands. There's a harvest that's coming to some of you guys here. You want to clarify this Ten of Wands? Ace of Cups. Okay. Like a partnership or a deal. Six of Swords. Perhaps it's calling for you to travel, or it's calling for you to move on from something else or doing something that you didn't enjoy or didn't... Golly, the cards. Two Pentacles, yeah. High Priestess. Yeah, there's some kind of opportunity coming to those who have been planting your seeds. There's a harvest coming here with the Ten of Wands. It's quite significant. It's quite significant. It's going to be like, it's going to change the game somewhat for you. It's going to change the game for you here. But there's some kind of, yeah, like partnership. Like someone who genuinely likes what you're doing. Because you genuinely like what you're doing. So they genuinely like, this is what we're interested in, or a corporation or an organization of some sort here. But yeah, Two of Pentacles with that King of Swords, right? That's usually the businessman, someone who has an opportunity, who wants to work towards you, with you here. This is something you've magnetized towards you with that High Priestess. It's also something that's coming on divine timing. So that's something they want you to be reassured with, like this is divine time. Divine time. And it's funny that I kind of mentioned that, but yes, this is very much divinely time coming for you. I feel like you guys are about to, a lot of you, there's like some positive karma that you're about to reap here. You want to tell me more about the haystack? Four of Wands, yeah. Eight of Swords. We have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's so important for you to believe in your dream here. So with that karma haystack, there's a lot about shifting your perception that's coming through with this Eight of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. Those are all about, you need to believe in yourself and understand that you're not stuck, or you're not trapped, or there is an opening, there is a pathway, there is a way here for you to create what you want. For a lot of you, it's just like confidence, believing in your dream, believing you can create this experience, believing that there's more than one way it can come to life, come true here. Can you clarify the Four of Wands for me? We have the King of Wands. Yeah, I do definitely feel like for a lot of you, it's your confidence, it's your magnetism, it's your energy that's pulling the right opportunity towards you. For some of you, there's a very powerful opportunity that's coming towards you. It could be coming from a King of Wands here. Someone who is quite confident, like they're confident. They're confident in what they do, confident what they're creating, confident. Yeah, with that Four of Wands, could be like soul tribe energy, just people who resonate with you, resonate with what you're creating here. Let's give you some final advice. Final advice. We have here Pluto, 7th house, and Virgo. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's some kind of partnership here, or to work with someone, an opportunity that's available to you. And this is all dependent on how much you're investing into whatever dream that you desire to create for yourself. That's part one, the investment, you putting in the work. Part two is the confidence. Confidence to receive, confidence to believe. Can you clarify this Pluto, 7th house, Virgo? Yeah, there's like a transformative experience happening in your 7th house of partnership. We have the 6 of Cups here. There's a transformative experience that's happening in your partnership. 6 of Swords, it's a totally new experience here. So 6 of Swords is about moving on to something different, like a different situation. Whatever you were in before, that's not what it is now. You're going through some kind of transformative experience when it comes to partnerships. So a lot of you are being very like magnetically pulled to the right partnership, the right person. You know, 6 of Cups can be kind of like that soulmate energy, divine counterpart, or soul tribe energy. Very much. Anything else you want to tell me about Pluto, Virgo, in the 7th house? What I'm getting with that energy is King of Swords, nice, and the Moon card. Yeah. Tell me more about this energy with this King of Swords and the Moon card. Yeah, so something about communication is coming through as well. So just make sure you're directly communicating your desires or what it is that you want. Some things are going to be hidden from you, or hidden. It's like divinely orchestrated. So it's going to come in when the timing is right. Oops, there goes my makeup. We have here the 8 of Pentacles, and we have the Strength card. Yeah, they just keep telling me, they keep saying you need to believe in what you're capable of. A lot of you are like gifted, skilled, talented. With the Strength card, 8 of Pentacles, you just need to be putting it out there and believe in it. So again, part one is like do the work. I literally just said this. So part one is do the work. 8 of Pentacles. Part two is be confident. Strength card. Part 1 and part 2. That's pretty much what they need you to do. Be confident, believe in what you're doing, maybe journal about it and be like, this is what I do. When I create, this is the experience, this is what I'm creating. Sometimes those, what I'm getting is that the people who, like, I'm getting Cate Blanchett. You know, Cate Blanchett, you know, that she knows she's gonna slay. She knows she's gonna slay every year because she's that confident in it. She's obsessed with what she does. She's obsessed, so fixated, so focused on acting and being an actress. So I feel like some of you need to take a minute to acknowledge, what are my skills? What am I good at? How do I invest my energy? How do I use my time? What am I learning how to master right now? I feel like this group, you need to like make that a normal, oh my gosh, a normal ritual for yourself to acknowledge everything that you've accomplished up until now. Like, even if it's, you're like, oh, I've accomplished, don't even, to me, it's not small. I would say make it bigger. I'm just getting like big energy for this group. So like, your work ethic with that Pluto and Virgo, your work ethic or whatever it is that you've been building or consistently creating, acknowledge it. Acknowledge what you've been doing. Acknowledge your growth. Acknowledge your ideas. Acknowledge how brilliant you are. Acknowledge the brilliance of what's possible. Honestly, those people are telling themselves in the mirror by themselves when they're in the bathroom. They're saying, I'm brilliant. I'm brilliant. I'm brilliant. I'm going to win an Oscar. I'm going to win an Oscar. I'm going to win it. That Oscar is mine. The Oscar is mine. They are talking to themselves like that. I'm telling you. You look at them and you're like, wow, how are you so confident in what you do? Because they are training themselves to be confident. They're training themselves to them. They're talking to themselves, right? Choose loving thoughts. They're talking to themselves like they're confident. I'm the ish. I'm the ish. Why am I the ish? Because this and this. It's not even that like it's ego. It's just because it's like, it's fun. It's, I'm good at channeling artistry and magic. I'm good at doing this. Like, understand the profoundness of what you're here to contribute to society. Like, I feel like that's what your guides want you to acknowledge. It's like, you're kind of epic. You're kind of profound. You're kind of intense. You're kind of magical here. You need to acknowledge how magical you are here. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to end your reading here, group number 3. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, subscribe to support, and let me know if this resonates. Thank you. Bye.